colors changing like the times, and I'm taking. Darling, would you be mine? And I hope you know I will love you for the rest of my life. Let's not waste time, oh, take this slow. We got miles behind us, but miles to go, so let's just break this down.
I'm not sure where to stand, so. You're good over here. How's your head?
What are you talking about?
Eric bashed his head
I didn't bash it.
on the camper before we left today.
Well, here's the thing.
He was gushing
No.
with blood.
I had my hat on, and sometimes it restricts from what's ahead of you, and I just misjudged how low the camper slide out was, and I just grazed it a little bit, and I guess my head bleeds easy.
And it's been bleeding for a while. It bled before, and then he was bending over a bunch at the dump station, so it started bleeding again. I may have to take him to the emergency room.
I think it was leaking brain fluid.
Oh no, you need all the brain fluid.
I'm less martyr now. I mean smarter. I mean what?
Don't worry, I'll give you speech therapy. Also, you'll notice in the video when I was recording us leaving, the video goes a little crazy for a minute and probably points up to the sky. I'm really not sure what happened. You might have saw the ground. I don't know. But you remember that stupid rock we were watching out for when we were entering the campground and trying to get parked a few days ago? It got in my way. So we're both bleeding at this point. But we got out of there and we're headed to Silver Springs State Park. Hopefully we have a safer adventure at Silver Springs. We are about, it says 3 hours and 18 minutes, so it'll probably take us 3 hours and a half at this point. I don't know if we can leave Eric in charge of packing us up ever again.
Why? What'd they do?
We're stuck in traffic again, and
Well,
he has no chocolate.
You can't go anywhere in Florida without getting stuck in traffic. It's just a given, and I didn't remember it's a given, and I didn't pack any chocolate. So, anyways, it's probably a 20-30 minute back up. People are getting tired of me saying this is slowdown number 3 on a 250-mile trip.
Yes.
Okay, I won't say it then.
Okay. Don't say it. Oh no.
Slowdown number 4.
So we finally made it, Site 11 at Silver Springs. What's up?
I'm moving.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
So we've been here since, did we get here Thursday night? Thursday night, I think. And I have been checking this religiously to see if anybody canceled because we love it at Silver Springs State Park. And yesterday somebody canceled, but somebody locked it in just a little bit too fast. So they beat me to it. So we gotta leave, but I think we have a really cool park we're headed to. So we'll show you when we get there. We did get to book the site for next week, so we'll be back here next week. We can hang out here a really long time. Beautiful spot. It's So we're all hooked up, getting ready to head out. Checkout's at 1. It's 12:08. Check-in at the other one's 3. And we're driving 100 miles today? Yep. 100 miles-ish. Okay, we'll see you at our next spot. Easy in, easy out, big spots. We love it here. Also just love the area. It's nice and quiet.
You have reached your destination.
Thanks.
In a quarter mile.
Campground, evidently you don't check in at the entrance like most of the other, but we looked out and there was a park ranger there, and he's taking us to the camp store. There's a truck coming up behind. Okay, he's taking us to the camp store where you do check in. That's probably.
All right, I'm at the Stephen Foster Folk Culture Center State Park. I believe it's Florida's first state park. And before I go tour the state park, there's a lot of history here. Let's go first take a look at some, I think it's called White Springs. The city's called White Springs. Let's go first take a look at that before we go tour the park. A little bit of history about this area of White Sulphur. Is it White Sulphur Springs, I guess what it is? Anyways, back in the 1700s, Indians used to use this area as a healing area because there's a sulphur springs over here in the Shawnee River. And then in the 1800s, I think a European guy started buying up some land, and then they started developing it somewhat along that line. So anyways, back in the early days, they would use this as a healing springs. It has since dried up. Once a popular health resort, and large number of people used to come here for the healing properties of the sulphur springs. This was constructed in 1908. Had exam rooms, treatment rooms, dressing rooms, bathing rooms. It was proposed to have great healing properties. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, this is 2025 March. In 24, they had a couple hurricanes come by this area and do some damage to this structure. So anyways, back in the day when the spring was really putting out the sulfur water in the sulfur springs, I guess, people would flock from all around, car, train, boat, to get into the healing waters of this spring. The park isn't what it used to be back in the day, and I'll show you some of that, but this is what's left of it. And unfortunately, I can't go down there right now because of the damage the hurricanes did this past summer. In the early 1900s, 1930s or so, White Sulphur Springs used to be a pretty hustling, busy town. Well, I misspoke. This town is White Springs, not White Sulphur Springs. It used to be a bustling town when the sulphur springs were running. In the history of White Springs, for instance, the town of White Springs at one point was 1,700 people. Well, there's a company that came in that did some drilling and got into the aquifer, and it only took a few years, this is the guy at the hardware store told me, it only took a few years for them to tap all the water, the sulfur water, out of the natural springs in the area. And that kind of dried it up, and the town started going downhill. Another thing that hurt the town was, he didn't say when, I don't know if he knew or not, but there was a fire in town that burned, most of the town down except for that hardware store and that other hotel and restaurant that I showed you. This used to be a bank.
No, it's always been a general store.
Oh, I noticed a big like safe door or something like that.
Usually,
Yeah, it is.
it has shelves in it, and the only thing on the shelves which are still there are all the old record books where they kept the ledgers.
Tune in and break away. Forget our fear of what comes after.
So apparently every year they have a soapbox derby race down this hill that I went down earlier. Build your own car. Got that every year. Have a sugarcane festival every year. Talk to the guy inside the store, and they do all kinds of stuff several times a year. Population of about 700 people. Okay, a very unique store. I did end up buying this PVC piping. I'm going to put an antenna on it, put on top of the existing one that I have, so I don't have to change out my cell antenna with my waveform T-Mobile antenna. So anyways, very pleasant people inside of this Shawnee hardware and feed store. You know, this town's really not that bad, and if you're looking for a place to live in North Florida, town of White Springs has great potential. An old hotel, 1902, restaurant and bar. Let's take a look at Florida's original tourist destination right here. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the Stephen Foster Folk State Park. You come up to the entrance, which is currently has nobody manning it. They're doing maintenance on it. So you have to pass this, go around a couple roundabouts or circles inside the park to find the store park and get your pass to go camping. Before we get to the store, let's go ahead and check out this museum. Nothing like keeping you in suspense. This is the Stephen Foster Folk Museum. Let's go check it out. One of the main reasons why this museum is here and the park is here is because Stephen Foster. In the early 1900s, he wrote the Florida State official song, or Florida State's something song for the state of Florida, and it was about the Shawnee River, and so it made this area popular. But anyways, he wrote about 200 songs and made the Shawnee River famous and this area famous, and they made the park after him. They made the Florida State song after him. Let's go see some of the songs he wrote. My Old Kentucky Home, 1853. Well, that's just, I don't think that's a song. Well, maybe it is, I don't know. Open Thy Let Us Love. Some of the pianos that were used during that era of early 1900s. That's a pretty neat piece. Although those keys are probably made out of ivory. Old Black Joe. Old Susanna. That's who wrote the song Old Susanna. Way down upon the Swanee River, 18 1851 as he wrote that song. Old Dog Tray, 1853. Some of the other older pianos that were used in that era. Ivory keys. Camptown Races, 1850. Okay, this is the museum they have for them. Let's go check out the bell tower that chimes every, I think at every quarter hour, or at least every hour. And it can also do a whole bunch of other songs if you set it in manual mode. Let's go check that out. But here's the bell tower. Let's go take a look inside. Reason for this bell tower, I think overall it's just a general attraction to try to get people to come to the area. The town of White Springs at one point had, I think the guy was saying about 1,700 people that lived there. Now there's 700 people. But this was also one of their attractions, had 97 bells on the inside. Get people to come here to have concerts and whatnots. Old Folks at Home. I think that's the Florida State song right there. The bells are ringing. Let's go see if we can't hear them. Got Stephen Foster right there. Not in the flesh. Some music boxes. Here's what the inside of the bells would look like. 97 of them. I think they weighed up to almost 500 pounds, I think, each. Some of the bigger bells. Like this right here. Have an electric magnet that would have this rod come out and ring the bell. A lot of granite. This is all granite right here. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? So 97 bells rang out from the top of this 200-foot tower, historically chiming every quarter hour. They provided the heartbeat of the park. Okay, now that we got some history where the campground came from and Florida's first state park, historic something or other. Let's go take a look at the campground. We do have 2 bathhouses and restrooms. One's over here to the right by the playground. Another one will be over here to your left. Sites 31 through 45 is the first loop you come to, so go ahead and hang a right if you're in that campground. And it's a one-way. Restrooms are fairly clean. Nothing to brag about, but they work. They're fine. This is site 33 right here, and that guy's backing up. He's in site 35. Each loop has a couple of pull-throughs. He's site 36. Site 39. Site 40. Site 41 and site 42. 43. 45 to my left. 44 is that pull through. And since we're working backwards, let's go ahead and do site 16 through 30. Oh, someone's finally in a camp post. There's site 18 and 20 to the right, 19 to the right there. We're in site 21, which is the only site that has a whole bunch of palm trees. Nice. Site 22, site 23, and 24, 25, and 26. It's the primitive camping and multi-use trail. They have all kinds of trails here. A lot of biking, horseback riding, and regular walking trails, I guess. They're color-coded on the maps that they provide, and you can see which ones fit you. I've rode down there and only seen one, and it has some like 6x6s up where you can hang some hammocks up maybe. And like I said, it's really primitive back then. It's probably at least a quarter mile. Okay, site 27, it's a pull through. .28 on the right here. Number 30. It's good. Almost forgot. That's site 29. The second set of restrooms right there. 2 handicaps, restroom slash showers, and another set of regular restrooms and showers. Kind of like Silver Springs, really, but just not quite as clean. Site 2. It's right there. Looks like a pull through. Hello. Site 1, site 4 and 5 right here. Site 4. Six is on the left, 7 will be on my right. Site 8. It's a cool looking tent. Site 9. Site 10 and 11. Site 12, 13, 14, and site 15. So that's all the sites. I think they got like 45 sites. Have ours has 30 amp. I think that's all I have is 30 amp and water, and a dump station on the way out. And it's your typical Florida State Park pricing, around $30 to $36. One of Florida State Park's first state parks. And there we are. A site with all the palm trees. We got a great site. I love it. I'd come back here again. Out of 5 stars, I give it 3.5 at least. So I'd come back. Nothing wrong with it, just not super clean, not nearly as nice as Silver Springs, but very doable. Hope you enjoyed the review. Like I said, I'm trying to give a little history background. I'm not really great on doing the history part of it. Trying to get a little better, because I know some people like that stuff. So I'm trying to well, that in the future, when future me watches this, I'll be able to remember. Say, oh yeah, I remember that park. So that's why we really do this. So in 10, 20, 30 years from now, I can look back and you know, maybe remember a little bit more about this park, and hopefully it inspires you to come out and visit different Florida state parks, and any state parks really. Georgia, Tennessee, I love Tennessee. Just go out and enjoy yourself and learn from history, I guess. Thanks for watching. Hey, give us a thumbs up, by the way. That really helps our YouTube channel. I'm trying to do different settings on the GoPro. I know it's all I have is a GoPro. I'm trying to do different settings so when it's uploaded to YouTube, it's not so degraded and grainy. It's not me, because when I view it on the computer, it looks great. But by the time I upload it to YouTube, it starts getting a little grainy and choppy and stuff like that. So I apologize for that. I'm trying to work with the GoPro settings to make it look better. And of course, the bigger channels, they don't degrade it as much, I guess. So the smaller channels like us, they kind of degrade our channel down, our upload quality down, so it doesn't look quite as good. But I'm trying to make it look better for everybody and for future me. So thanks for watching, guys. This episode, or this section, cooking with Sarah. Fresh shredded mozzarella cheese, turkey pepperoni, some hot honey, ragu pizza sauce. We're making homemade pizzas.
I need to learn how to throw the pizza dough because I just stretch it out on the pan.
Anyway, she made her own dough, has some seasonings on it. And here's some that she already cooked up. Delicious, and we'll save those for later. And this one's for eating now, and it's about as big as my hand, so
Dig in.
yummy. Dig in. Mentioned Sarah did make her own dough. Cut it into 4 pieces, and so we get 4 crusts out of it. It smells good.
The smell-o-vision.
And that's
You
that.
got a little
And
smell-o-vision.
we have
You have meatballs
this
on your
had
pizza.
meatballs and sausage and pepperoni. This is, we did brush it a little bit with this oil right here.
Because we were out
It had cheese in it, but
We're
cheese was
out.
already gone. So anyways, we had to shred our own. Alright, let's give it a try. Sarah already tried a bite of it. She said she approved. That's good.
I have one question for you.
I'm very good. What's your question?
Turn it around. Is it good enough that you like me to make it and you're willing to clean up the disastrous mess I make?
Yes.
Okay.
What a deal.
If you see dots on the screen, that's because it's a rainy mess today.
What a mess. What a mess.
We're trying to leave and head to Ocala Drive-In tonight. So hopefully it's not raining an hour and a half away in Ocala, or it is raining and getting over with. It's about 12:30. We're supposed to be out of here by 1, so we've just got to hook it up pretty much, right?
Well, put the electric cord away.
Yeah. But that's it. We've got everything else put away, so we're going to hook it up and get out of here because I'm starting to get soaked. Look at all those cars.
Hey, did you show them about this?
They're having a big race today. Why aren't you running?
Yeah, because it's 74 miles.
Run Bum Races is having a 74-mile race today.
It's a trail race through Florida trail system or something like that. And they give them, what, 21 and a half hours or 20 and a half hours to do it? They expect the first runner to be in about 8 o'clock tonight.
Eric thought about it for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, just to process, like, how far was that again? I was like, nope. But we really enjoyed this Stephen Foster Park a lot better than I thought. Really quiet, peaceful. Seems like a lot of people just kind of come and go, you know, like for a night or two.
They're also having a craft festival today. We tried to go to that. We did go to that. We bought a beautiful
Handmade wooden cheese slicer.
very pretty, from a guy. He's actually from White Springs, which is where we are. And then it started raining on us, so we didn't hang out too long, but I don't think they had too many vendors, so I think we hit the main point. Don't you?
Yeah. I'd come back here again.
Yeah, really like
I mean,
this
it's not a
part.
5-star, but it's a 4-star at least, what you say?
Yeah, I don't have any.
Like I said, it has hurricane damage, but
They're working on it.
they're working.
This feeling grows